if we're working with people as teachers, evangelists, as pastors, if we don't have this basic stuff of how to encourage and appreciate and support other people the way we are supposed to as Christians, then maybe we ought to go back to kindergarten, because this is what we're talking about. Everybody needs this. Every evangelist, every teacher, every pastor, and every lay person. And it's all possible. We decided to find out some of the key things that people need to know to be adequate, average deliverers of all this. And we came up with 5 points that we call the 5 essential keys to care and kindness. And the first one is that I have something to give to other people, something that other people need. And so there's no way you can get out of this. There's no way you can disqualify yourself from being a person who can be a care and kindness deliverer. The second one is that everybody needs it. What everybody has, everybody needs it. Namely, encouragement, appreciation, a pat on the back, a smile. You know, every one of us has been healed by a smile by somebody. A stranger in the mall or something can come along and give you a smile and greet you, and suddenly you're feeling a little better. Well, here's an example. We have a little staff meditation once a week, and different staff members lead it. Well, I've been watching that for a while. After a person leads, after the meeting is over, there's 40 people there. 1, maybe 2, will go up to the person who spoke and thank them for what they did or said. The rest are out the door. Out the door. And practically everywhere you go, this is true. Whether it's a concert pianist or a comedian or a pastor, people think they don't need to be thanked or appreciated. Okay, the third one is that when you bring a word of kindness to someone, you say you're going through the grocery store line, and the cashier there waits on you, takes your money, gives you your credit card or whatever. You say an appreciative word to her, even if it's, boy, you have a nice smile, or I like the way you work. I believe you're giving hope to that person. And if you give a person one simple smile or word of encouragement, you help them believe, oh, maybe there is goodness in this world. And goodness is God. Goodness is Godness. So I really believe the simple role of just encouraging people, anonymous people, is a way of bringing God into this world. And I think opening them to the fact that, oh, God must be alive after all. So when we realize that every one of us is a hope deliverer, I think every person in the church ought to leave on Monday morning, after being inspired again in the Sunday service, going to the grocery store. You're not just going for tomatoes. You're going to look at people and notice them and encourage them. And if we are doing that, this is what Jesus means by being the light of the world, I think. And it is so simple, it is so obvious, it is so needed, it is so possible. Jesus said, if you do it to the least of one of these, my little ones, you do it to me. So that every time we are bringing hope or encouragement or appreciation or a smile to anybody, Jesus Christ says, you're doing it to me. Now, that means, in my opinion, that every individual is so valued, so precious, that Jesus Christ identifies with them. So that ought to be an extra incentive. You know, I can't like everybody, and so I can't be that gracious to everybody, but Jesus Christ does. And so each of us is obligated to do what we can, as much as we can, and we can all do something, but the Lord loves them all. The last point is that I believe, and I think this is pretty well acknowledged, that it is infectious. Kindness is infectious. When I deliver it to you, you're going to do it to someone else. And there's a wonderful little poem about smiling that starts out, if I smile at you, that smile goes around the world, because you cannot smile at somebody without them smiling back. And so that's the other thing about this. I think if we start this tidal wave, which we're trying to do, we're still just a ripple, but we want it to become a tidal wave. It is going to be catching, and the world needs it so much more today for a variety of reasons. For one, we're such a high-tech world that we need high touch. And the terrorism that has us all scared and worried, I think more intentional, conscientious care and kindness that every one of us can deliver is a strong antidote to bring peace and hope to troubled hearts. There's so much good in the hearts of people that's just sitting there waiting to be let out on people around them. That's what we believe.
You have been listening to Dr. James R. KOK discuss the 5 key essentials. He covers these in more detail, as well as other elements in his vision of care and kindness in his book, The Miracle of Kindness, available through Amazon.com. Practical applications of his vision to equip God's people to be more effective are also taught at the annual Conference on Care and Kindness at the Crystal Cathedral in Garden Grove, California. For more information, please write to Care Ministry at crystalcathedral.org.